Hi guys, hope your day went well. Today is Saturday, and I want to talk to you guys all about my Kindle Scribe. So I think I've had my Kindle Scribe for like almost a year now, so I can honestly give you guys my honest opinion on if I like this Kindle Scribe or not, if this Kindle Scribe was worth the money, and how does this Kindle Scribe fit in Yolanda's book's life. So let's do this. My Kindle Scribe. Of course, as you know, I have a Kindle Scribe and I have a Kindle Paperwhite. Both of them serve different purposes in my life. My Kindle Paperwhite was the first baby that I had when I started reading books. And I love my Kindle Paperwhite. But when I got hooked to the Kindle Scribe, I loved it even more, y'all. At first I was kind of iffy about it because I was like, ooh, you know, that Kindle Scribe is a little pricey. But I made up in my mind that I wanted to try the Kindle Scribe. I saw a couple of people on their YouTube channel, Shaughnessy, and other people talk about their Kindle Scribe, and they really seemed to like their Kindle Scribe. And as I was looking at them, and they were like holding their Kindle Scribe, annotating on their Kindle Scribe, I was like, hey, that might fit into Yolanda's book's life. So I just want to tell you guys about a couple of things that I like about my Kindle Scribe. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, I would suggest that you subscribe to my channel, because over here we are about everything bookish. I love books. I love going book shopping. I love going to book events. Y'all, I just love anything that has anything to do with reading a book. So my Kindle Paperwhite, I've had her for over 2 years now, and yes, I still use her on different occasions. Like if I'm sitting beside the pool, if I am in a restaurant, or if I just feel like I just do not want something the size of a book in my hand, I will use my Kindle Paperwhite. But other than that, I always want to have my Kindle Scribe. And that reason is because, guys, my Kindle Scribe is almost like the size of a paperback book. So with me being a physical book girly, having a Kindle Scribe makes me feel like I'm not missing out on having the actual physical book in my hand. And I hope that made sense, guys, because I think I showed you guys on my last video the size between the sizes of the Kindle Scribe and like a paperback book or a large or a paperback book or a hardback book. Like, it is almost the same size, guys. And if you look at the screen, like this is the size of like a book page. So if you are using this, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, when you keep turning the page, you're still on page 5. You know what I'm saying? Because when you turn the page on this Kindle Scribe, you're going to the very next page. I love the battery life of this Kindle Scribe. I can honestly tell you guys, I think I charged this Kindle Scribe ever since I've had it. I want to say I've charged this Kindle Scribe at least 2 or 3 times. And it wasn't because the battery was dead. It was because I was like, well, I'm about to go somewhere. I might go on a little mini vacation. So I want to make sure that my Kindle Scribe, you know, has like a lot of battery life. So that's why I would like plug it in. But not saying that I actually like had to plug it in. You know what I'm saying? Because every time I looked at my Kindle Scribe, like the battery life was still 65%, 75% or more. And like I would not have been picked up that Kindle Scribe for days. So the battery life on this Kindle Scribe is awesome. The battery life on my Kindle Paperwhite is not that bad, y'all. I cannot say that my Kindle Paperwhite battery goes out quickly, but it goes out quicker than my Kindle Scribe. The size of my Kindle Scribe really brings my attention to my Kindle Scribe. And like I was telling you guys, the pages, like this is page, like the first page in the book. And if you look at, and I made a mistake and pressed the button, guys, and if you look at the page in the actual book, you'll see the exact same wording like on the page in the book, just like it is on the page on your Kindle Scribe. Another thing that I like about my Kindle Scribe is, and that right there will eventually like go away, but whatever book that you're reading, if you allow the screen to go in sleep mode and you open up your Kindle Scribe, or you flip your Kindle Scribe over or whatever, that same book cover will be on the front of your Kindle Scribe. I thought that was just so unique and so awesome. Also with the Kindle Scribe, guys, it comes with the annotation pen. So it's just and it reminds me of an iPad. Like if you want to write notes on an iPad and like good notes or something like that, you just tap on where you want to make a note at in the book on your Kindle Scribe, and you can handwrite a note in that section of the book. And when you're done, it'll actually have a little like note pad looking thing beside where you actually annotated on. And just like the Kindle Paperwhite, but whenever you annotate and stuff like that, you can actually send that to your Goodreads. I didn't know if you guys know that or not, but you can actually send that to your Goodreads, and it will like pop up on your Goodreads feed as like you shared this or you highlighted this. I thought that was very cool. That way, like when you are actually reading a book and you have it on your Goodreads that you're reading it, they can like track, you know, how you're reading, or like, I won't say how you're reading, but they can like track the thoughts that you are having within that book. And so it's kind of like your buddy reading. It's kind of like y'all are reading together. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was very cool about the Kindle Scribe. And I have a case for my Kindle Scribe. Like I never have my Kindle Scribe out of the case. I just had it out of the case now because I wanted to like physically show you guys like what my Kindle Scribe actually looked like how thin it is, the size of it without the case. But I usually do not have my Kindle Scribe out of its case. Usually it is in the case. And guys, this is what I was talking about. Like this is the last book that I had pulled up on my Kindle. So the cover is right there on the front. I think that is so cool. That is so unique. I love that portion of how this Kindle Scribe works. So I got my Kindle Scribe cover from Amazon, but I have heard Shaughnessy, and she's like the only one that I've actually heard talk about cases for her Kindle Scribe. She gets hers from Vista Cases, I want to say it is. And I actually went on their website, looked at their cases, and their cases are pretty cute, but they're pretty pricey as well. So I got this case when I first got my Kindle Scribe, and it was like, what, $20 or less. And like on Vistaprints of cases, they were like $30 something. And I had already spent a lot of money getting the Kindle Scribe, not knowing if I'm even gonna like the Kindle Scribe. So I have not been on Vista Cases to actually get a case, another case for my Kindle Scribe. If I do, I will only get one case, because like with these things, guys, you don't need a whole bunch of accessories. All you need is a case for your Kindle Scribe to go in, and like if you get the clear back case. Like you could put stickers in there, change little cards out or whatever, and then your annotation pen. And that annotation pen actually comes with more of the pencil part of that annotation pen. So it's not like you have to buy a whole bunch of things to have a Kindle Scribe. The only thing I would suggest that you have when you buy a Kindle Scribe or a Kindle Paperwhite, y'all, is Kindle Unlimited. Yes, Kindle Unlimited. Great library you can accumulate on your Kindle if you have a Kindle Unlimited account. Kindle Unlimited accounts are for, like, at times when you can't afford to buy a book but you want to read that book, and I'm talking about like books that just came out, but you want to read that book. You have paid your $12.99 every month to download and put in your library any book that you would like to read that is on Kindle Unlimited. And when it says Kindle Unlimited, y'all, I mean unlimited, because they have books that have just came out, books that are book talk books, books that are, you know, just highly talked about and that people read like all the time or just started reading. Like they have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden on Kindle Unlimited. And like I said, you only paying $12.99 a month and you can get whatever books that you want. Now, I think that the only books that you might not be able to find on Kindle Unlimited is like the books that you can't find in Barnes and Noble, like the indie authors and, you know, books of those natures. You cannot get those on Kindle Unlimited because they're just not there. But Kindle Unlimited has a lot of books, y'all. I read my books on my Kindle like every morning. Like I will get up early just to read my Kindle. So that's how I get my time on my Kindle Scribe or my Kindle Unlimited. What I will do is I will get up like 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I will pull out one of my Kindles and I will read the book that I have on my Kindle that I'm in the middle of, that I just downloaded on Kindle. Or just books that I didn't want to pay the price for inside the store, and I just got it on my Kindle Unlimited plan. So with that being said, guys, this is just the highlight of what I want to tell you about why I like my Kindles. First of all, I like my Kindle Paperwhite because of the size. I can hold it in my hand. I can be very discreet. People really won't know what I'm doing. It's almost like the size of like somebody's holding a cell phone or like a mini iPad. Very convenient. You can put it in a pocket. You can put it in a small purse. Things like that. And with my Kindle Scribe, I want to feel like I have my physical book in my hand. So that's why I will pick up my Kindle Scribe, because I would want to feel like I have a physical book in my hand. I can annotate during that book, which I love to do. And the pages is just the same size as the pages in a regular book. And also, most of us girlies, we carry around like our totes. And our totes have like our computers in it. It has our storage, external storages, parts to our cameras, our camera, things of that nature in that tote. So usually your tote is pretty much kind of like this size. I don't really, even if that tote, your tote is a little bit smaller than that Barnes and Noble tote, maybe your tote is this size. So most of the time, those are the size totes that we use. And of course, you know, the Kindle Paperwhite will fit in a tote of that size, but also this Kindle Scribe will fit in that tote as well. So you don't have to worry about, can my Kindle Scribe fit in my regular tote bag that I take with me when I want to vlog, read a book, be at a coffee shop, all the things. Yes, it will. It's thin, it's lightweight, and it will fit in your tote bag. The battery life on this is awesome. I love the annotation pen. I love the way when you're reading a book and you left off on that book, how the actual cover of the book will show up on your Kindle. Like, I love those features of my Kindle Scribe. I don't think the Kindle Paperwhite does that, but don't quote me on that. But I don't think the Kindle Paperwhite does that. But if it does, y'all drop down in the comments, let me know, hey, it does do that feature as well. So to all my Kindle Scribe girlies, if you love your Kindle Scribe, drop down in the comments, I love my Kindle Scribe. If you don't like a Kindle Scribe, don't own a Kindle Scribe, don't want to own a Kindle Scribe, just say it's not for me. And then for my Kindle Paperwhite girls, hey, just say, hey, I'm a Kindle Paperwhite girly. And it's perfectly fine, y'all. I just wanted you guys to know why I love my Kindle Scribe more than I love my Kindle Paperwhite, actually. And I must say, I do carry my Kindle Scribe more than I carry my Kindle Paperwhite. And it's not because I don't like my Kindle Paperwhite. It's just that I gravitate more toward this one because I am a big physical book girly. And I don't know, y'all let me know, are y'all like this too? I will download a book on my Kindle Scribe, but then in the same token, I will actually go in the bookstore and sometimes buy that same book. Why I do that, I don't know. I guess because it's just being a physical book girly. I don't know why I do that, but I actually do that, and it is just fine with me. So guys, that is why I love my Kindles. I'm glad I am a Kindle Unlimited member, because I can have books at my beck and call whenever I want books at my beck and call. So if you, like I said, if you guys agree with me, just drop down in the comments. Tell me whatever you want to tell me about how you feel about yours, how it just is not your thing, how, you know, a Kindle is just not a part of your life. So before we go though, I have TBRs everywhere. I have a TBR cart. Okay, I have like my monthly TBR. I have my fall TBR. I have my 2024 TBR. And yes, y'all, I have my Kindle TBR. So I just wanted to share with you guys some of the books that are on my Kindle TBR. My Kindle TBR. Let's do this. So the first book that I have on my Kindle TBR is Night Road by Kristen Hanna. If you know me, you know me. I have been into Kristen Hanna's books. I think the first book that I read by Kristen Hanna was The Women. And once I read The Women, I have been hooked ever since. So what I mean by that is I read The Women, I read The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. And then like I have The Fire Lane by Kristen Hanna. And then I have The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. And I think that's all the Kristen Hanna books that I actually have at the moment, besides the Night Road that we are about to read on our Kindle. So the Night Road, I want to say I had something else by Kristen Hanna, y'all. Trying to look on my bookshelf while I'm standing here to see if I had another book by Kristen Hanna. I don't know why it is so on my mind that I had more than just those books by Kristen Hanna. Oh, The Nightingale. I have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna, and everybody talks about that book. So I am super ready to start reading that book, because people have been telling me like, hey, you gotta read The Nightingale, you gotta read The Nightingale. So I will get around to reading that book, y'all, and I will be able to give y'all my opinion on that book. But Night Road by Kristen Hanna. It says, Night Road is a vivid, emotional, complex novel that raises profound questions about motherhood, loss, identity, and forgiveness. It is an exquisite, heartbreaking novel that speaks to women everywhere about the things that matters most. I don't even know how many percentages in this book already, but I have already actually started reading The Night Road by Kristen Hanna, and I honestly don't have an opinion on that book yet. So I'm not even going to say anything about it because I honestly don't have an opinion on the book yet. But Night Road is another book that we are reading on our Kindle. And the other one that we're reading is called The Dollhouse by Lisa Unger. And I seen this book as I was strolling through Kindle, and the book just looked interesting to me. This book only has 562 reviews, 3,612 ratings, so does not have that many ratings and views for this book. So I love to read books that don't have a lot of ratings, books that I can actually get into without it being a talk of the town book. You know what I'm saying? So The Dollhouse is one of them, and it says the widowed mother, ready to give love another chance, moves into her fiance's old family home with her teenage daughter. But as they try to build a future together, the past refuses to let them go in this haunting short story from New York bestsellers Lisa Unger. And so then it goes on to say that like her mom, she actually started liking this guy. He was, you know, very persuasive. I think they moved into his house and there was a doll that was there. And it says Scott's scullness begins to fade, though when she finds a beautiful handmade doll in one of the many empty rooms in the house. Chris says that the doll belonged to his late sister and he liked Scout to have it. Scout's hopeful for connections over their shared grief, which is because her father had passed away, but grows more curious about Chris' sister. She can't escape the feeling that danger lurks in the house that they're actually staying in with this guy, and the gaze is fixed on her mother. Whew, I'm ready to read that book. I think that's going to be such a great book. And then the other book that I have on my Kindle that I want to read is, hold on guys, let me get to it. Okay, so it's The Night Road by Kristen Hanna. It's The Dollhouse by Lisa Unger. And then, of course, y'all know I want to read Frida McFadden by The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. And I want to say that one is a psychological thriller, and it's just pretty much about how, let me see if I can pull it up on Goodreads, y'all. The Boyfriend. And yes, it has just came out. Y'all asked me, have I read like the Housemaid Secret series and all the things? I have not read it yet. I've only read book 1, but I just could not help but to want to read The Boyfriend. Of course, you already know this book has 11,089 reviews. So y'all know Frida McFadden is the popular psychological thriller writer. So her books, whenever they hit the market and can be read, everybody's gonna read them. So this one is just saying she looks for a perfect man. He's looking for the perfect victim. Sydney Shaw, like every single woman in New York, has terrible luck with dating. She's seen it. Men who lie in their dating profiles. So then it goes on to say that she actually met somebody. Sydney should feel safe. After all, she is dating the guy of her dreams. But she can't shake her own suspicion that the perfect guy may not be as perfect as he seems. A dark story that about obsession and things we'll do for love. So then it goes on to say Frida McFadden proves the crimes of passion are often the bloodiest. So, oh my, y'all, if y'all know Frida, y'all know Frida. So I feel like The Boyfriend will be a great psychological thriller for me to actually get into on my Kindle. I don't have that physical book in hand, and it's okay. I'm not worrying about it. I might buy it if I really like the storyline and all that on The Boyfriend, which I always like her storyline, so most likely I'll probably end up buying it. And then we are going to read The Butterfly Garden. I have started on that one as well, y'all, and I honestly do not have any ratings or any feelings on this book yet. It is a series, and I want to say it's like 3-4 books in that series. I'm listening to it on audio along with reading it on my Kindle, and it just sounds like it's pretty much just about a guy who has a garden, and some kind of way the girls tie in with his garden, and they don't, you know, he puts like a tattoo on them to like brand them, all the things. So I don't know, I'm reading it, I'm in the middle of reading it, listening to it, and I just don't know how I feel about that book as of right now. So I don't know, I'll tell you guys what I think about that book at a later date, but right now I mean, it's not really capturing my attention as much as I thought it was going to be. I'm guessing that's why it's taken me so long to read it. I don't know. But it's just not capturing me the way I really wanted it to actually capture me. But guys, those are the books that I have on my Kindle Unlimited account that are on a TBR for me to read. I think that is a great diverse amount of books. It is historical fiction, it is psychological thriller, basically just like historical fiction and psychological thriller. But guys, thank you so much for your support. As always, you know that I love you guys so much. You guys are my friends, and I just love the support that you guys give me. Right now we are 770 subscribers strong and still kicking. Without you guys, it will not be possible, would have not been possible, will never be possible. So I really do appreciate you guys, and I love you guys, and thank you so much for sticking with me. So as I always do at the end of my vlogs, y'all don't forget to tell your friends about me. Tell your friends to tell those friends to tell those friends about me. Tell them to subscribe to my channel if they love books and they love this kind of content. And I will see you guys in the next video. And again, guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.